What's up, fellas? It's Mark Parson, Cornerback Pro, former NFL cornerback. All right, so today we got a college clip of one-on-ones, and I want to show you this rep so you can see what I see, and that's my goal for you guys is to gain this type of eye when you're watching yourself, when you're watching film, so that you can know and feel when you did something incorrectly or, basically improve your skills. All right, so we're gonna get into it. I saw this clip on Instagram. You can follow this guy, Footwork_King. Um, he trains a lot of guys too, so I follow him. Check him out. All right, fellas. Also make sure you email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com to learn the techniques and to learn how to practice certain things that I say on my channel. All right, so ask me for one-on-one mastery program. I'll include everything else in there. All right, so let's go. Let's start. What's the first thing we usually look at? We're playing off man. We're back. We're reading, taking read steps, and we're backpedaling. All right. There's another technique that you can use. It depends on what you feel comfortable doing or your coach. Some coaches are more hands-on. So I'll give you an example. When I played for the Houston Texans, our coach, David Gibbs, was really hands-on in the technique that we used. I'm talking about to the point where he didn't like us soft shoeing or inching back. He did not like it in press, and we had to use the shuffle technique in our off man and off zone coverage. So that's where we kind of open up like Champ Bailey, and we take our shuffles, and then we read the three with our two shuffles, and then we snap our eyes back to the receiver. If it's a 5-step drop, we're actually still where our hips are open and we're running, but our eyes are on him. And if he gets in our blind spot, we head whipping and then squeezing. All right. But when I was with the New Orleans Saints, man, his name is DA. So Dennis Allen, who is now the defensive coordinator for the Saints, he was their DB coach. He literally did not teach us anything. And I'm not saying it in a bad manner. I'm just saying he didn't care about our technique. All right. He was more focused on the scheme, and we had a lot of veterans, right? So the veterans would say, hey, you need to sharpen up right here, or this is what I use. So it was a little bit different, right? It depends on your coach. Let me do that. All right. So the first thing we look at, we're going to be backpedaling. You take our read steps. Be mindful of how deep you are. Now, I'm looking at this depending on where the quarterback is. If he's on our hash, if he's on the opposite hash, so it does depend on that first. So if he's on the opposite hash, then maybe we'll play inside shade, right? But if he's like in the middle of the field or on our hash, look at where the numbers are, right? So the numbers are right here. He's in here. I'm most likely going to play outside leverage, outside shade. Okay, so that's the first thing. Okay, obviously from this film I'm not able to tell, but let's say that he is in the middle of the field or our hash. I'm definitely going to play outside shade. So that is our leverage. Then depth wise, I tell you guys, it's a game of inches. It's very important. I'm going to play at least 7 to 9 yards off. Now you be like, well, coach, man, you giving that much cushion. Look, you can you could be at 9 yards, and if you're really good at reading the 3-step drop out of the quarterback and then snapping your eyes back to the receiver and getting out of that break, you can pick off a hitch. You can pick off a 5-yard out. You can pick off a slant. All right? So it's not about how far you're off. Now, if you're at 10 to 11 yards, it's going to be a lot harder, right? But 6, I tell people, if you are any closer than 7 yards, it's going to be tough. And you're going to see in this clip, I would say right here, he's about 6 yards. Okay. Now it does look like he does read the quarterback drop, so I'll give him that. He does look like that. But by the time, since you're so close to the receiver, all right, by the time you snap your eyes back to the receiver, he's already on your toes. So you're like, oh shoot. So matter of fact, let me show you. I get excited. I already saw it, so I want you to see it. Let's watch it 3 times. Okay? So, you see what I'm saying? When you're... Alright, so he reads the drop. he already feels like he's on his toes. Now, if you're at 7 to 9 yards, you're gonna read the three and you see the 5-step drop. Okay, snap my eyes back to the receiver. If I'm outside leverage, I don't necessarily have to stem that hard. If I'm inside leverage, I am gonna fight a little bit more to get back, to regain my leverage. So you're gonna weave. You may take a couple shuffles, right? It's like a side step. It's like a side shuffle, but you're still square if you're inside leverage. But let's say we're outside leverage. You take a couple. I snap back to him. Now he runs a circus route. That circus route is basically when they come hard inside to really get that inside leverage, and then they start getting upfield, and then they break it off right here, right? It's a circus route. I understand why he possibly got on it, because for the most part, when a receiver fights to get your inside leverage, when they fight to get that inside leverage, a lot of the times they want to do an inside breaking route. But that's the cool thing about the circus route, because they make you feel like they're gonna run that post or the dig or the curl, right? Because they're fighting hard to get that inside leverage, and then they bring it back out here. So the key for us is to remain square, okay? Make sure we got enough depth on our off man so that we have just a couple more steps. You don't have to have a super fast back pedal, right? We noticed that it's not a 3-step drop by the quarterback, right? And then we get into a nice low back pedal, nice smooth back pedal. And then when it comes to intermediate routes, they're going to break it down. They're not going to really, the intermediate, what you'll notice as you do more reps, that you're going to start eliminating routes in your head the deeper he gets, right? So the route tree. So if let's say he does open you up, let's say he does this and then he comes and he's at 14 yards. Well, if he's still running beyond 14 yards, most likely it's not a comeback anymore, right? It's a deep ball, some type of deep ball. So you're gonna start to feel like, okay, I know he's not running that. So now you're gonna know, oh, it's deep ball, right? So it's gonna take the guessing out of your game. But anyways, I just want to share that. Outside leverage, make sure we have enough depth, stay low. Now, if he opens the gate, if he opens you up, it's okay, but your eyes got to be right. So I want you to see something. I saw this corner. I don't know who these guys are, by the way. I just saw it on Instagram. So let's watch it. Now, look, eyes are right. Now, what are we looking at? So, okay, we get got. When you get got, all right, you cannot look back at the quarterback at this point. What we can do is we can either stick our foot in the ground. First of all, keep our eyes on him the whole time. So he opened us up. Okay, that happens. That little glance at the quarterback created even more separation. So what we could do is, let's say he opened up, we head whip, and that's one of the drills we do, in the one-on-one mastery, where he opened us up over here, pop, we drop our hips, we get out of it, we head whip, we snap our eyes back to the receiver, and we dig to go get him. All right. That happens to corners, guys. That happens. We open up this way. We got to get our foot in the ground, snap our head. So you can head whip this way. So he got us, head whip, get our eyes back to the receiver. And if you go we do this drill too. When you open up this way and then come back over here, eyes have to be glued on the receiver at this point. After you read the 3-step and okay, it's a 5-step, our eyes have to be glued. And then we got to dig. And when I say dig, I'm talking about drive to the ball. I mean, not to the ball, but to the receiver. It just looks bad on film when we give up like that. Even if we get got. You're going to get got sometimes. As long as you know what you did incorrectly, you can improve. And that's what we got to do every single day. We got to improve every single day. The more times you do it, the better you'll get. All right? So my advice for this clip, again, I don't know who this is. I think it's Texas A&M. But I would get a little bit deeper. 7 to 9 yards is usually my rule. Okay. It looks like he reads the quarterback drop. So great job. He sees a 5-step drop. He does snap his eyes back to the receiver. So excellent job. From what I see right here, I would say stay square a little bit longer. I mean, you can kind of tell he raises up. The receiver raises up like he's going to break. I would say stay square a little bit longer. But even if we do, he opens us up a little bit right here. Okay. get our feet in the ground and figure out, snap our eyes back to him. Whether you need to do a head whip and go this way, drive, cycle your arms, it'll help you drive better. But we gotta keep our eyes on him, because this looking back at the quarterback, it will get us got every single time. So you gotta practice eye discipline over and over and over again. But a great route by the receiver, running a circus, uh, and that's how you do it, man. Snap your eyes back to the guy and finish. You're gonna get got, finish. At least get closer, because you never know. You never know. This dude may bobble this ball, the ball get back, and you pick it off. But not if you all the way back here. That's why you gotta just focus on hustling. Everybody gets got, man. We all get got. It's part of the game. The more times, the more reps you do. If you do your 10,000 reps, trust me, it's gonna happen. But guess what? You're gonna be better. Now I want to see something. Let's say we're safeties and we're playing. Let's say this is a slot. We're working against the slot. We talk about the scooch technique, and you can backpedal too. It just depends whatever your coach wants you to do. Shoot, let's say you're playing catch technique. Either way, no matter what, okay, unless it's zero coverage and you are zero coverage and you're playing zero man, and you're playing inside shade. Just to let y'all know, I was watching this Ohio State clip, the video, the game I just posted this morning, and we had our safety Neil Jarrett, who we gave up a touchdown, or almost a touchdown. It was a first down, 3rd and like 11, and we were playing zero coverage, and he was a safety in the slot. I think he was guarding was it Anthony Gonzalez? No, I forgot the dude's name. Somebody, and he gave up. It was a little quick slant, and you can't give that up, man. You can't give that up. So if we're in zero coverage, I get it. You're gonna play inside. Anything breaking, you on it. You are killing anything breaking inside, and you rally to any other outside breaking route, because the blitz is coming. Zero coverage means we're blitzing everybody. The ball should come out quick, but they will not get an inside breaking route. All right, now, but let's say we're not in that coverage. Let's say we coming down, rolling down, we guarding the slot. You definitely gonna be outside shade, fellas. And guess what? We cannot get beat on an outside breaking route coming down guarding this guy. Now, if you're press man, because I know I say outside shade, if you feel more comfortable playing head up to outside, so you can play head up when you're pressed, and if you feel more comfortable doing that, cool, right? Because even if he does, let's say he does an outside breaking, outside release on you, on your press, you can transition when you feel him. Let's say you kind of on his inside hip and he's coming this way, and then he runs the corner. Then you can kind of transition to the outside hip. I just say it's better, protect yourself by outside shade. But definitely, if we're playing off and we're doing like a scooch technique, man, definitely. You're gonna take a couple you're gonna like scooch back, maybe a couple little shuffles backwards. I'm not talking about this laterally. And if he does this route right here, okay, we can shuffle, we can stay square, and then we know, okay, if he does do this dig or inside breaking route, we're gonna rally to it. We're staying low, we're gonna get out of our break and rally to it, knowing that we got help from the free or the middle, the single high safety on a deep route, and then we can possibly undercut the dig, but we cannot get beat on anything outside breaking route, because you are all alone over here. As for the safeties and nickels and guys, Connie corners over, you can't get beat right here, because, and I'm talking about in the slot, because you're all alone. So he catches the ball, and then you're coming to make this tackle, and everybody's coming from this angle. So kill everything on the outside breaking route, rally to everything else. So it just depends on the scheme or the call. All right, fellas. So hopefully these videos are helping you guys get better. We're gonna continue to post more. I want you guys to always believe in yourself, no matter what. It's called supreme confidence. So whatever happens, I don't care what happens. Go back out there and give it your all, and then reflect, understand what you did incorrectly, and get better. And what you're gonna know is you're gonna create a body of work over time that's gonna be impressive. So you got to learn how to have supreme confidence as a cornerback. It's called self-talk. Talk yourself up, man. I'm the best that ever lived. I'm the best that ever lived, and go out and work towards it. You may be the sorriest guy ever, but self-talk. Tell yourself that you're the best ever and work for it, all right? Email me at cornerbackpro@gmail.com. Get the one-on-one mastery program and get better. All right.